Hello and welcome to Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. Let's get into an options menu. So, Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. I have beat this game already. Long time ago. I have not played it at all since then. So ages and ages and ages ago, I actually played and beat this game. So I've been resistant to try and emulate it because of one issue, and that is the fact that this, as you can see, is a DS game. And being a DS game, it was unduly pressured to incorporate some DS gimmick interaction with the dual screens. So while we have one screen, which I honestly may have to adjust momentarily here, while we have one screen, which should just have the gameplay, there's a whole separate screen that just has like your character stats and their items and stuff like that. And that's fine, but for the fact that this game wanted to add a seal system to this game. Now, it's not the only touchscreen interactivity in the game, but the biggest thing I distinctly remember being a shit sucker about this game is the touchscreen implementation. And if you didn't already know, every time you beat a boss, you'll get a quick time event on the touchscreen in which you have to whip out the stylus lightning fast because you're not using it up to that point and complete a rapid fast line art. Basically connect the dots on a little sigil that appears on the bottom screen. And if you don't do that fast enough or accurately enough, it revives the boss. That sounds like bullshit, right? That's exactly because it is bullshit. It really sucked. You're not using the stylus for the whole rest of the game, practically. And so for you to finally, maybe you're like stressing out and, oh, God, yes, finally, managed to kill the boss. Oh, wait, nope, you gotta do a sigil real quick. Let me whip out the stylus. Oh, I wasn't fast enough. Well, you gotta fight the boss again. It really fucking sucked. I hated that shit. Fortunately, some absolute saint on the internet has provided an IPS patch for this game that essentially fixes the touchscreen controls and edits the game in such a way, with very little code, I might add, that essentially wipes out the touchscreen mechanic of the game. So every time you get to a boss, it just skips the touch. It just skips that aspect of the game. And I think there's another touchscreen aspect to the game where you need the stylus to like break ice blocks and stuff. They just got rid of that. Now ice blocks are breakable so long as you got like the appropriate unlock for it. That is so good. That is so nice. That is so necessary for playing this game nowadays because you do not want to fucking play the game with that shit. It is not worth it. It is not enjoyable. It really does not add anything of substance to the game. And honestly, it negatively impacted my experience with the game. And that's just something to bear in mind. Whatever my opinions I once had of this game, they were quite positive at a time. But all of that positivity was necessarily tempered specifically because of how frustrating the boss fights got. Now it's like a 3-point it's like a 3-point connect the dots thing on like the first boss or what have you, but by the end of the game it's like a 7-point thing that you have to do within the same span of time, and it's so easy to fuck it up. It was really frustrating. I genuinely hated it, and that's why this is the one thing that I'm insisting on modding out of this playthrough of the game. I very rarely play with anything other than like translation patches, but this time around, this is probably one of the games I can think of that is necessary. You have to fix this one aspect of the game. I similarly feel that way about Bravely Default and fixing the Norende Village mechanic, because otherwise you're missing out on so much cool stuff. So, super necessary. If you're going to play this game, download and apply the no touchscreen required IPS patch, and make a patched version of this game. It'll be much better, as I'm sure it will be. I haven't even tested it out yet, but we shall see. Um, but other than that, this was probably the Castlevania game I played first. I have not played much of the Castlevania games at all in general. I understand how they play. I understand the concept of Metroid, the Metroidvania series and all that. And there's people have often mentioned that they liked Aria of Sorrow, which is the game before this, or they liked Order of Ecclesia, which is one of the games that came after this. It's also on the same system, and those were interesting. I did try one or two of those, and I just gotta say that Dawn of Sorrow just kind of clicked with me. I know a lot of people don't like that they added new anime portraits to everything. They liked the more conventional art style, and there are some mods out there that try to restore the old art style for this game. But I like anime. Granted, the art style doesn't. It's not all good anime artwork, but it's serviceable. It's fine. I'm not there for the storyline anyway. It's the game that's cool, and I like the game, and the presentation is great. And one of the things that really sets this game apart, also from many of the other Castlevania games, is the fact that you play as Soma with the soul system. So in this game, as many of the other games, the enemies all drop loot. So the enemies will drop weapons or armor or accessories and stuff like that if you're lucky. And then when you pick them up, you can equip them, and that just makes your character better. But in this game, you can unlock the monster souls, and you can equip up to 3 souls that give you special powers as you go throughout the game. So you could essentially copy like attacks or properties of the enemies that you defeat, which is a really cool concept to me. Now, it's my understanding only as of this past week that this game actually had a broken luck stat, which I can believe, because I guess the luck stack was necessary in order to get better drop rates for different souls. And of course, if you wanted to 100% the game, you had to get all the souls from everybody. But there were some monsters that, like, they only spawned in, like, one location, and they had a 1% drop rate chance of whatever the fuck it was, and your luck stat did nothing. It was very grindy. I did do that shit. I was one of the people who went to the one room that had like the iron golem in it, and all the soul does is like give you a defense boost or some shit. But I went in the room, killed and went out of the room, entered the room, killed and went out of the room, respawned him over and over and over again, just trying to farm just one of those souls. And yeah, I did that. I did that. I remember back when this game, the speedrunners for this game figured out that you could spam together the backdash with Killer Clown, which is the playing card flick move, and you could just melt through bosses. And when I saw that people were doing that, I thought that was sick. Yeah, you could just get into a room with the Killer Clown, and you just mash these two buttons together and essentially destroy almost any boss in the game. I'm not going to try to do that. Not even know how far into this game I'm going to play. But this was a fun game. This was a game that I actively tried to 100%. That I tried to find glitches in. I did all sorts of stuff with this game. I really liked it. Again, up to the fucking touchscreen shit. That said, it is a hard game, and it does have that annoying mechanic where when you get hit, you bounce back. And of course, if there are big pits and hazards that you don't want to fall down into, that's a problem. However, I think the most noteworthy thing I have to say about this game is that it allows you to play as many of the other characters from Castlevania, including Alucard. And as I mentioned, this was like my first Castlevania game. So when I unlocked Alucard, and started running around as Alucard. He's got these cool little ghosting frames around him, and he's running. When he double jumps, his cape turns into bat wings. He can literally turn into a bat. I think he's got like Dracula's fireball spell and shit. Like I was playing as him, and I was like, man, back in my head, like, man, I wish there was like a game you could play as Alucard. That was cool. That'd be cool. I wish they did that. Too bad they didn't. And I thought that for literally years. For years. I thought to myself, man, like Dawn of Sorrow is cool, but imagine if you could play as Alucard, man. That'd be fucking awesome. Little did I know, they released that game. What, it was in the fucking 90s or some shit? That's already a fucking Castlevania game. It was the PlayStation 1 Castlevania game. Symphony of the Night, and I have it in my hands right now. I spent a lot of money on a black label copy of it. But in fact, I have it. And I am still to this day disappointed that there is not an adequate re-release of this game, because every single other version of this game attempts to redub over the dialogue. And you can't do that, because it got the cheesy, stupid dialogue. You gotta have that. So this game was my entry into Castlevania, and to be perfectly honest, I think it's a great entry into Castlevania, apart from the touchscreen stuff. So, I'm just gonna jump in, and I'm just gonna try to fucking cuddle myself up with some nostalgia. So let's do it. Tireless mode. Enemy set node. So you could basically create little stages yourself. I never did anything with that, to be honest. So when you create an account, normally it has you use the touchscreen to sign a name. Supposedly that just gets skipped here. There you go, yep. Ever since the solar eclipse of 2035, my life has never been the same. It was then that I realized that I, Soma Cruz, am the rebirth of Dracula. I was in his castle that I learned the truth, that I possessed the power to seize the souls of my enemies. That told me about a year has passed since then, and I thought my troubles were over. Haha, are you serious? Yeah, and that's when Hammer decided to. Wait, Soma, can I ask you something? Yeah, of course, Mina. What's wrong? It's been a year since it all happened, hasn't it? Yeah, just about. What was it called? You know, the ability to use the power of monsters? You mean the power of dominance? I lost it when we escaped Dracula's castle, remember? I know, but it's just that I get this terrible feeling inside. It's probably nothing. Look, don't worry, okay? This past year, I haven't been able to use any of the powers I gained. And you're Soma Cruz, aren't you? This is what I'm talking about, some of the bad anime art. This does not look flattering. Yeah, and you are? You may call me Celia. But not for long. Come forth, my servants! One of the things I very strongly remember about this game is the soundtrack being fucking sick, man. Mina, get back! Damn it, of all the worst. Soma, you back off too. Mr. Arikado. Enya Arikado, the Guardian? You shall not interfere. A barrier. Quick, Soma, use this. Okay. Oh, I got a dagger, okay. And that's what it's like to get a soul. This was their, like, killer selling mechanic of the game, so they really wanted to advertise it right out of the gate. Tactical soul. So I think that's up in square? I don't know. Oh yeah, up in square. Circle to jump. They got contact damage in this game, which I don't like. Attack with the spinning spear. R1. Okay. running out of magic. Raises strength. Takes effect when equipped, does not consume MP. That's a passive one. Soma Cruz, I shall see your demise, that is certain, using whatever means. Wait! Save your energy. You won't catch her now. Damn it. Soma, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. But what? That power. It returns. Arikata, what's going on? Power didn't return. It was always with you. You just never had a need for it until since you fled the castle. That set free all the souls that you had gained dominance over. You mean I couldn't use the power because I was never in any danger? Anyway, who was that woman? She seemed to know you. Celia Fortner. She's the priestess of a new and rapidly growing cult. We suspected she was up to something, so we've been keeping tabs on her. But why would someone like that come after Soma? They want to resurrect the Lord of Darkness, like some sought to do with Dracula. I guess they don't like the fact that I didn't become the Lord of Darkness. Not only that, they intend to create to create a new lord by eliminating you. Eliminating? But Soma, you don't need to get any more involved with this. Let us deal with it. That woman. He said she would see my demise. Soma. Several days later. So the cult's base is here. Hammer's info wasn't so iffy after all. Haha, you doubted my word? Hammer, what are you doing here? What are you, dense? Who told you about this place? Wait, it was me. Well, yeah, but... Hey, you got your mind on doing something wicked, huh? I want in, buddy. And hey, what happened to that pretty little lady? You remember, right? You mean Yoko? She's not coming. In fact, I haven't told a soul. She ain't coming? Well, why not? Aw, man. Well, since I'm here, I'd better make the best of it. I guess I'm back in business and you're my customer. Hammer, look, I'm saying this for your own good. You really should leave. I can't do that, I'm afraid. I know when someone's in trouble and I'm not just gonna leave you here. Okay, I appreciate it. I'll scope out the area and find a place to set up shop. See you around. Man, why wouldn't she just tell her about this? Alright, and we're in the game. We got a little ghosting frames too, but it's not quite the same. So yeah, one more thing I remember about this game. This is gonna be a big fucking spoiler if you don't already know. But you can basically get a premature game over by entering a certain boss fight without equipping a certain item. In this slot. So it's an accessory that you get partway through the game, where that basically your girlfriend, that character that you saw with the orange hair and stuff, she gives you like a necklace that has like no stats on it. So you have no reason to wear it ever through the entire game. So of course you're knocking down boss after boss after boss, and suddenly you get to one of them, and it's like, oh no, you've become corrupted. You are now Dracula. Oops. And you get game over because Soma became a bad guy and he got consumed by evil. You're somehow, and I don't think this is adequately communicated by the game at all, but you're somehow supposed to know that you can only enter that boss room with that pendant equipped to protect you. In fact, I think the only clue that there is after you actually get that premature game over. So it's kind of like you have to already fuck up once in order to see the real ending of the game, which is pretty fucking bullshit. Anyway, let's see some more options here. Okay, attack, yeah. Super attack. Jump, we'll put that to A. Change equipment. R. L. Okay. Magic seals can't be practiced. That's the whole touchscreen thing. Now, I don't know what your standard is, but in my opinion, this is like one of the best looking NDS games. And this is so memorable. Another thing that they mod into the game is that the soul that gives you like faster movement speed is something you don't get until very late game. Again, to be clear, that's not a mod that I have, but it's one that wouldn't necessarily go amiss because, as you can see, Soma moves pretty slowly. We're having a little bit of audio quirks, which is fine, because, well... Ooh. To be honest, the audio sounded like shit when I first started this. You don't get ammo for destroying stuff in this game, you get money. Zombies always infinitely respawn, so they're a good farming material. You just wanted experience. Huh? Those two. Oh, Soma. Yoko, Julius, what are you two doing here? Funny you should ask that. We got wind of this cult from a tip from Arikado. I'm investigating with Mr. Belmont. I'm sure you remember him, the hunter. Soma, please understand. If the darkness draws you in, I have no choice but to destroy you. Yes, I know. Then there is no reason for you to be here. That's right. You're only putting yourself in danger. That Celia woman. Not only was she after me, but she tried to harm Mina too. That's a misspelling. I'm not gonna stop until I find her. You're determined, I see. Then I have nothing more to say. Wait, Julius, how can you just say that? I'll be going now. Wait a second, I'm coming too. No, Yoko, you stay. I'll need a contact here. In case. Hey, wait, you can't just... Men, they're so selfish. I bet you have no intention of going home either. Well, fine then. Here, take this. And this is a magic seal. Magic seal? The cult leader appears to create gates that draw the power of darkness. Monsters exposed to that power are said to be invincible. How am I supposed to destroy them? That's where this magic seal comes in. Want to practice using it? Oh, well that's fine then. Oh, one more thing. You can practice drawing a magic seal anytime. If you're not sure how to do it, you should definitely practice. Got it. Magic seal activates on its own when it's needed. Give it a try and see. Okay now. Let's go, Soma. Huh? Go where? It's a dead end here. Only Julius could get in from somewhere like this. We should go back and find a different way in. Alright, if we have to. No shelter from the rain and wind here either. Will you escort me? Sure, of course. If you can tolerate a man. Thanks, let's go. The mid-jump into the landing jump is your best way of doing like DPS in this game. Because otherwise you don't attack that quickly. This door, it looks like you'll need a magic seal right away. And that's what the mod does. Most likely you'll need a magic seal to finish off the monster in here. Just be calm and focused. I'll be waiting here. No problem. That's a boss door. Ow, that was a lot of damage. Ow. Ow. That's the moment where it would like be like, okay, whip out your stylus and you do this in like 2 seconds. Did it! Using magic seals is a piece of cake. Don't be too sure. That magic seal won't be useful forever. What do you mean? They will probably prepare new and more complex patterns for magic seals. But not to worry, we'll have the magic seal patterns hidden somewhere. If they don't, the gates to the dark side will be useless. I get it. I won't keep holding you up as my escort anymore. I can manage now. You sure? In that case, I'll be going now. Oh, there is one more thing, though. Julius may have some new information, so come see me if you're close by. And Soma, please don't do anything reckless. Count on it. You take care too, Yoko. Okay. Bye-bye. So, you can't jump this, even though it looks like you should be able to jump it. That's where we equip this. There we go. And we get our first heavy weapon. You almost never have to use flying armor, so it's actually a pretty shitty soul in general. This was something I thought was like really impressive. You land on like this thing, all the snow falls off of it, but then on top of that it rocks back and forth while you're walking over it. And there's like a 3-dimensional background that's like parallax scrolling with you. That's like this game was like very visually impressive. Oh hi Soma, you're gonna act as Julius' context here? Yes, there was no one living here, so I thought it'd be okay. That rough-looking guy's right across from me. What was his name? Hammer? Yes, that's it. What is he doing here? He came to help me. Honestly, you didn't ask him to come, did you? Of course I didn't. I'm sure you wouldn't, but it's too far. Can't you tell him to leave, Soma? I told him already. He wouldn't budge. Besides, it's hopeless now. Especially after someone who's not supposed to be here to show up. Huh? Well, if he wouldn't listen to you, I suppose it is hopeless. By the way, I gained a new ability. A new ability? Yeah, the power of dominance lets you control the souls of monsters, right? Right. So I thought I could use magic to draw the monster souls out and use them. You mean release the souls? Something like that. Of course, I would need your cooperation, Soma. And it's not something that's easy to do. How do you plan to use these free souls? Well, I can't fuse the freed souls with a weapon. I can fuse the freed souls with the weapon, thus creating a new weapon. Souls you use will be lost, though. Can you even do that? That's rather rude of you to ask. I may not look the part, but I am considered an exceptional spellcaster. Tell me if you need something, I'll prove it to you. Okay then. Oh, and by applying my ability, you may be able to reduce the souls used. I'm not sure if you'll need it, but just keep that in mind. Got it. So can I help you with anything today? I need a warg soul. So is this just what I'm creating? I would just need that soul and it would create it. So it's not clear to me what the benefits of this are, to be honest. Still need me? Craft a new weapon by fusing a soul with a weapon. So it just seems like I'm crafting a short sword, right? Sure, we'll try this. Artisan. Okay, that's different. If I recall correctly, I think you can only have... No, there's a number next to them. I guess you can have multiple of the same soul? How does it compare to the Claymore? Slightly better. Oh, I can't use any... Jeez, the DPS on that. Guess I can get magic back. I like the arc of the Claymore, though. That's just way more practical. Hit basically everything above and in front of me with that. Alright, so that's kind of handy. I like that. Alright, hold on a second. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of audio settings, but I've managed to adjust the audio settings a little bit. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Sweet. Very nice. So I managed to adjust the audio settings a little bit. Hopefully it means there's less, like, audio dropping, but it remains to be seen. The audio quality took a little bit of a dip, I noticed, but as long as it's more consistent audio, good with me. Hey, welcome! So what do you think? Not a bad shop, hey? Of all the weirdest places to set up a shop. Have a look around and don't be so cheap. Yoko's in the area. I saw her earlier. She must have come after me. That's not it. Geez, you sure are quick to put a man down, aren't you? He's here to investigate this cult, she said. Well, whatever the case, I can tell you I'm a lot more motivated this time. Didn't you come to back me up? Anyway, look around and buy something already. I don't know how much I actually used items in this game. Castle map is necessary. Want that. I don't know why you can buy multiple copies. No reading. This is better armor. Better defense. Can't afford that armor, though. We'll just go with what we got. The bat is very low DPS, but it is, it's handy. Oh, hi. Yeah. These mirrors are usually pretty meaningful. I don't think the audio's benefiting much. One second. Alright, I just turned it back to what it was. Whoa. Hello. Found a secret area. Alright, I think I need to switch back to the flying armor for this. Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's something I remember about the familiars now. You have limit... It constantly consumes your magic. I completely forgot about that. I forgot that was a thing. I gotta remember, I think I can just do a dash. Yeah, I can just dash to this stuff. I'm here now. Got an axe. Alright, I'm gonna switch back to the audio option I had again. This seems a little bit more consistent. But it sucks because, like, I think my audio was fine when I was playing Bravely Default. I don't remember having any issues with it. Oh yeah. That's the... You need one of the new touchscreen abilities for that one. First katana weapon. Forget how those work. Like, they're pretty fast, but not on their own. Yeah, you still have this thing. So I do notice that you really do not have a... There's no, like, hitbox near the handle of the weapon. You really gotta hit them with the end of it. So that makes it a little bit more touchy than the Claymore. Oh, I thought I killed you. Bitch. Nice. I'm just going anywhere right now. I know, this guy's power is a staple. Really just kind of getting back in the vibe of this game. The contact damage still sucks a big one. You! You've come, just as I predicted. Celia Fortner. You're kidding, right? You're telling me this punk's the Lord of Darkness? Ha! Judging matters merely on appearance, tisk tisk. Simpletons are so vexing. What do you want? What did you call me, Dimitri? I merely stated a fact. Daria, Dimitri, both of you, enough. Excuse their behavior. Welcome to our house, home to our church. You talk as if you were expecting me. You fear that you will imperil innocence, for who you are and can become. Am I not correct? Yes. I fell for your ruse. Why would you want to resurrect the Dark Lord? We do not desire the Dark Lord per se. For God to be perfectly good, there must be a being of perfect darkness. That has nothing to do with me. This world does not need a perfect dark being, one should emerge. Isn't that how it works? Perhaps that is so, and perhaps it is not. What is true, however, is that the power of darkness steadily grows faint. The Lord of Darkness must be enthroned without fail, and not a moment too soon. That doesn't mean. I heard enough already. Let's rip this punk apart right here and now. Have patience. You will try to stop me using whatever means. There is no need for haste. Huh? What are you saying? He is in our hands now. We can destroy him whenever we wish, however we wish. Correct. This will also serve as a test for the both of you. I see. Wait a second. Test? What test? I didn't hear about that. Are you incapable of thinking even a little? There is but one Dark Lord, and yet there are two candidates, you and I. Duh, I know that. Then get this through your hollow skull. Whoever defeats this boy becomes the chosen as the Lord of Darkness. Oh, I get it now. Yeah, okay. This'll make it fun. Next time I see you, punk, I'll burn you to ashes. I shall depart also. I see no significance in my presence here at this time. So those two are the Dark Lord's candidates. Correct. They were born at the same time as Dracula's demise. They are inheritors of Dracula's dark powers. But that's no guarantee that they can become the Dark Lord. They can, by shattering Dracula's soul. If you wish to stop me, I shall be waiting for you at the top. I may even change my mind if you survive my traps. Of course, why they don't just kill me right here and now is left entirely unexplained when I'm, like, at my weakest. But okay. We need a seal for that. Alright, now I gotta backtrack a bit to figure out where that soul is needed. Oh hey, look at that. Imagine I have to venture too far. That was close. Bring our bat back here. Alright, I don't think I can get past this part yet. I'm now starting to remember some ways I was able to sequence break this game. For instance, there are some special attacks that you can do with weapons that move you some distance, and the game doesn't really check for hitboxes during those times. So sometimes there are, like, barriers that you need to get past. There's sometimes there are barriers you can get past just by using the special attack of a weapon that'll, like, teleport you a little bit. And then, like, you would do, like, a button input once you're on the other side to try and cancel out of the attack animation. And then your character will then resolve on the other side of the wall. I got really deep into this game. This was one of my mobile DS games. I played the shit out of this. Oh, nice. Alright, I'm not sure if I can even get over the top of this thing. I don't think I can do that. Can I even get to the other side? These are also the guys that partly inspired the enemies that appeared in Dead Cell's Return to Castlevania, too. very nostalgic for me. That's why I really like. That's what I thought. Yeah. Them and the axe armor guys. They kind of melded both of those enemies together and created the ones that appear in Dead Cells. I'm really glad they made like a cosmetic outfit for them in Dead Cells. Continue past this either. Do you think you can cheese barriers like that with the special attack? Because I could think you're able to hit the switch that opens them with that special attack. So I'm backtracking an awful lot. Am I going too far? Genuinely not sure. I ran into. So I've gone everywhere I'm able to go. Is the magic seal I had enough? Did I backtrack unnecessarily? This is... right. Stuff like this is precisely why it sucks that you don't get the Black Panther soul until very late in the game. That's the one that lets you get to speed everywhere, by the way. If I get there and the magic seal is not the one I need, I'm gonna be annoyed. The game also suggested that I'm gonna need to get a new one eventually anyway. So I think I'm in a good position to say I made an informed decision on that. It'd be great to get the Manticore soul. He gives you the scorpion tail, and I think it basically does like a sting every time you perform an attack, which is really nice. I tried going that way, right? I wasn't able to go any further. I love the animations in this game. The animations are really good in general. Really impressive for any kind of sprite animation at this point in the game. At this point in time for like two-dimensional like side scrollers. This was like the best sprite work could get. Alright, am I a dumbass? Can I just go through this? Yep. I just backtracked for no reason. Cool. I gotta open it again. Come on, I'm not even given an opportunity to like cancel out of that to heal. There we go. Alright, so as you saw, you have to touch the screen to break ice blocks. Takes effect automatically, does not require equipping. Okay, can I not go this way? Alright, so before you had to touch the screen to break these. Now I can just do that. Great mod. That is a proper fix to the game. Love that. Very good. Very nice. Not a great boss fight, in my opinion. This is not the sort of game that gives you a lot of control over how your character moves. Granted, you can guide like your jumps pretty well, but like once you've committed to like an attack, then you're just kind of fucked. There's no way to like cancel out of an attack animation and like make distance or anything like that, and that shit sucks. Alright, so let me just backtrack through the same area I just backtracked through. Find me. I think I get stuck at a different wall there. Not an ice wall, but a different one. If I recall correctly. You take as much damage from an attack as you do from contact damage. I hate that. Alright, well I could have saved myself a little bit of time, I think. I guess I'll just double check whether this is, yeah, I can't go that way. Another teleport I can go to. It just occurred to me how the mod may not actually complement this very well. Do I need a knife for this? Okay, it's possible. You just really need this. Okay, it's possible. You need a dagger. Garden of Madness. Throw une at a foe. There's a lot of souls that are just like throw the monster at an enemy, which are kind of unimaginative, I must admit. Especially when it's just throw une. Alright. Alright, we went through 3 bosses, we saw, or 2 bosses, and we saw 3 areas. I'm gonna end it off there. Thanks for watching, and have a good one. Bye-bye.